Hello, Tim and Laura. First off, I would just like to say that I believe it is important that we focus on this conflict for reasons like a healthier work environment and mental health problems as well. I think this conflict is taking a toll on all of us in a way that it's affecting our possibly work and it's affecting the company and just our mental health issues as well. It's taking a toll on all of us in all aspects. I think we can agree that the events that happened a few months ago, I believe we can agree that they took a turn for the worst and they led to a almost like a it led to a destructive path on maybe careers, maybe mental health, maybe just certain aspects in our lives in general. Now, I believe it is important that we sit down and we focus on negotiation. I feel that there might have been a lack of negotiation through this whole conflict process. Rather than just saying you're sorry over and over again, I think we need to sit down and say, what do we wish to gain out of this as an individual? Where do we want to be in the very end? We need to find an acceptable proposal or resolution, an acceptable one that is acceptable to the workplace and our individual needs as well. Now, the answer to this could be as simply say what you wish to uh, get out of this conflict rather than just the overall avoidance. Uh, don't avoid it, say what you wish to get out of it. And maybe in the end, maybe we can return to the spot we once were before this event took place. Now, to do this, I think we need to focus on the types of goals or relational goals, what you two are between one another, and just who you are, what you are to one another, and basically what you want to gain out of this whole event. Your topic, the topic of your topic goal. Sorry. So focus on who you are to the other person. Focus on how do you want to be treated by the other person in general. I believe that is a very big statement right there. How do you wish to be treated? Don't treat the other person how you want to be treated. Treat the person how they wish to be treated. Now, when doing this, I think we also need to focus on our our power. It is important that we don't take advantage of the other person. We don't find a weakness in maybe their goal process and try to take advantage of that. We need to be flexible in our goal setting and find a balance between power between one another when we set these. We need to make sure we don't abuse our communicational goals, don't find flaws or just gaps in the process. We just need to be flexible towards one another. Now, I think it is important that we don't get to the point that it becomes verbal abuse, Tim. Uh, Basically, I believe you went down the right path of saying you're sorry. It's very important to say you're sorry, but it is important that we don't harass Laura. And Laura, I think we also went down the path of maybe not taking the proper approach to solving this conflict. Now, looking at this conflict, I see different types to resolve the conflict. I see your approaches through avoidance, or your collaboration, or maybe an aggressive approach to solve this conflict. So I see the avoidance obviously by going to another branch. And I'm just telling you this so that you can see how you're working and how you're solving this conflict, and maybe you wish to take a different approach to solve the conflict and get to a better point. So I see the avoidance, I see the aggressiveness, and I see the aggressive coercive approach to all of this as well. And I also see a bit of collaboration. Maybe we wish to meet in the middle and get rid of a bit of an aggressive approach and maybe get rid of the avoidant approach and meet in the middle and talk about it. Sit down, discuss our goals. What do you wish to get out of this, Tim? Do you wish to go back to your friendship? And Laura, do you wish to go back to your original branch? Do you wish to have Tim as your friend again? Do you just wish everything was back to normal? Or do we wish things would change from the very beginning? Because maybe we can get to a healthier state than what we were from the very beginning.